dear friends, to edutainment coaching classes. Today we'll be doing geometry lesson number 1, basic concepts in geometry from standard 9th. You all must be wondering from where this word geometry has originated. The word geometry has been taken from the two Greek words geo, which means earth, and metric, which means measurement. So basically it deals with measuring the earth, that is our land. Now, to understand how this has become possible, we need to know some basic concepts in geometry. Today we will be learning about point, line and a plane. Now, the way we do not define numbers, same way we cannot define the concept of point, line or plane. We accept them as basic facts. Let's understand it in detail. Now, when we talk of a point refers to just a dot. So I can name this as point A, this is point B. Let's move on to the next one, that is line. Now what is a line? It is a set of points which extends indefinitely on both sides. You can see these arrowheads which show that it is extending indefinitely on both sides. You can name a line using a small letter and write it this way, line L, or you mark the 2 points here, write A and B or any other letter and write it as line AB or line B. Let's move on to the third thing, that is plane. Now what is a plane? It is a two-dimensional flat surface which extends indefinitely on all sides. So here I have drawn this plane and these arrows here which shows that it extends indefinitely on all four sides. In mathematics, you usually do not draw these arrowheads and you represent the plane just in this way, and you can write this as plane E, or you can mark 3 non-collinear points and write it as plane ABC. So you can name this plane as plane E or plane ABC. Let's understand the next concept now, that is coordinates of points and distance. Here I have drawn a number line. I have written the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now you all know that every number to the right on a number line is greater than the number to the left. Now these numbers have been denoted with the letters as written above. This is O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now, point D denotes the number 4. So, we can say that 4 is the coordinate of point D. Point A denotes number 1. So, what is the coordinate of point A? Yes, you're right. Coordinate of point A is 1. So, I have written here, coordinate of point D is 4, coordinate of point A is 1. Now, if we have to find distance AD, how do we find that? You can easily see here that distance AB is 1 unit, BC is 1 unit and CD is 1 unit. So, distance AD is 3 units. But every time we cannot sit doing it manually like this. So we'll have to apply some formula. So now when you have to represent distance AD, you have to write it this way. Distance, that is D, in the bracket A comma D, close the bracket, or length AD. Here you do not put a comma for length. Now if you have to find distance AD, the formula that you have to use is bigger coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So now here, which is the bigger coordinate? it is 4 and smaller coordinate is 1. So 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. So that is how we get distance AD is equal to 3 units. Now just imagine if the coordinate of 1, the point M also represents the coordinate 1. Now the coordinate 1 is represented by both the points M and A. That means these two points are overlapping. So what will be distance AM? Distance AM will be equal to 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. So what do we conclude? That if there are two distinct points, distinct means they do not overlap. If there are two distinct points, then the distance between them is a positive real number. And if they are overlapping or non-distinct points, then the distance between them is 0. So what can we conclude from this? That the distance between any two points is a non-negative real number. Non-negative real number means it can be either positive or it can be 0, as we have seen here. Let's move on to the next concept of betweenness. Now to understand this thing, first we should know what are collinear points. When three or more points pass through a single line, then those points are called as collinear points. So here you can see in this figure, P, Q, R are collinear points because they pass through one single line. Now here Q is between P and R. So this is the concept of betweenness. Q is between P and R. So how do we write this? P dash Q dash R. And how do we read this? Point Q is between P and R. But remember that when we say point Q is in between, that doesn't mean it is the midpoint. There is a difference between these two. So here it just means that point Q is between P and R. So if we have to find distance PR, what do? We have to add distance PQ and distance QR. So distance PR is equal to distance PQ plus distance QR. I am sure you all must have understood this. Thank you.